This is really a very unusual unit that really has to be demonstrated for people to understand properly what it does. And it really was designed for people with muscular dystrophy, but equally any other kind of forearm strength issues would be just as appropriate for this. The way in which it works is if I put my finger over on the white dot, which is a rest, the cursor doesn't move at all. It's actually over notes at the moment, but it doesn't move. And in order to make it move, I need to move my finger into the grey ring. And wherever I position my finger, that's the direction in which the cursor will move. So let's say, for example, we want to go into the bottom right hand corner here. Then all we must do is that's the 5 o'clock position, and the cursor will move in that direction. And I can change direction on the fly, and it will just move in whichever direction I happen to be pointing in at that particular instant. When I get to where I want to be, take my finger off, or alternatively return it to the central dot. And so you can see that only about 20 millimeters of movement is required in order to get full control of that cursor. And the grey ring and also the buttons are completely touch sensitive, so zero pressure required, which is perfect for people with muscular dystrophy because they don't have the ability to be able to push. Once I get over the app in question, then I can left click and go in, and right click and do all the things I need to do, double click and drag lock. Also another potential way in which people use this product is if they're unable to open up their hands, they sometimes use a knuckle to move the cursor around in the grey ring. Now if they do that, there's a high probability that they will lean across either the red or the yellow buttons and activate them by mistake. So on this particular unit, switch adapted as usual, but rather like the Slimline, if you plug in a switch into either of these, then it will kill its respective switch paddle for as long as it's plugged in. It will come back to life again when you unplug. Also at the back there you've got a speed setting, same as usual, and you can also orientate the product and all the things that you can do on all of our other pointing devices. So for anybody with a forearm strength issue, the Orbitrack is always well worth knowing about.